Got
The
Joe.
Doorstop Nation Variety Hour.
That's right. That's awesome, yeah. And I got Joe. How you doing, Joe? The other. And do you remember what we said about Arthur? I called you the other day, and what did we discuss?
The tough customers?
That tough customers, and don't they sound like they need to be in a porn?
Yeah, kind of. But I mean, I'm Binky Barnes in a porn is kind of freaking scary.
Yeah.
I mean, what the hell is Binky Barnes anyway?
I would say a dog.
Yeah, he looks like friggin' Shrek or something. He doesn't look much like anything. And seeing that in the porn would be kind of messed up, especially because isn't he like 10 years old or something?
I guess. And what's your stance on DW? I know you have some animosity towards DW. Can you?
I don't think it's so much animosity as just there's a lot of people. They have their theories about child rearing, right? Yeah. And a lot of people nowadays have something against spanking, right? Mm-hmm. But if there's ever been anybody that is a textbook example who needs a spanking, it's got to be DW.
Yeah, that's right.
That kid is such a brat.
Brat's a doll.
She's worse than she's not as skanky looking as like Bratz the doll. But
let's get to that in a second. But continue your rant on DW. You shoot DW if you will.
I'll shoot on DW. The girl's a brat. She needs a spank. She can't behave herself, and giving her some kind of sissy timeout or locking her a playpen or whatever they think they're doing just ain't gonna straighten that girl out. She needs to be put over her mother's knee and get a spanking, or she's never gonna behave herself.
Well, spankings don't really work. What do you think about paddling?
I mean, whatever it takes to get DW under control. So
what if DW was your daughter?
I would hope that I wouldn't have a daughter like DW, not only because she's a brat, but also because she's some kind of aardvark.
Well, what if you fucked an aardvark?
In what hole? I mean, I'm convinced. Hold on, to be honest with you, I seem to recall that Arthur's mother was kind of attractive.
Are you serious?
Well, I mean, comparatively speaking, here,
So she would
an aardvark.
She would be a MILF, I guess, of aardvark?
Yeah, she's an aardvark MILF. That's what she is.
There you go. You heard it here. An aardvark MILF.
An aardvark MILF. You didn't hear that from me, even though you did hear that from me. That reminds me of something. Arthur doesn't look anything like an aardvark. You know what I'm saying?
He looks a little more like a bear. Maybe his mother cheated on his dad.
Well, no, or a groundhog or something. If you know, because what's the most identifying feature of an aardvark?
The nose.
Yeah, the long nose / mouth. Mm-hmm. Arthur doesn't have that. However, have you ever seen like the first Arthur book?
Yes, I have.
Or the first couple.
It's called Arthur's Nose, I believe. One of the books.
Arthur's New Nose, exactly. Yeah. In the first book, he's drawn like a real aardvark.
Uh-huh.
The way the story, he has a long snout and everything. And the way the story, what happens in the story is Arthur feels like, self-conscious because his nose is too big. But at the end, he learns that, it's all right because that's who he is. And,
crap. Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, I mean, the hypocrisy of the series, because apparently his nose was all right because the artist and Mark Brown or whoever decided to basically phase his nose out of existence. So the poor didn't look like a freaking aardvark anymore.
So would you say maybe his mother had an affair with a groundhog?
Well, the thing is, the father doesn't have the nose either.
Mm.
So that suspects that, I think maybe there's some kind of, probably a massive aardvark and like groundhog thing going on, and both Arthur's parents are from mixed aardvark groundhog family.
Okay, that could settle it.
Well, I'll tell you this too, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Arthur and Francine, what do you think of that?
Fuck the Francine, she's a lesbian.
You think she's a lesbian or she's just a tomboy?
Lesbian, dyke all the way, my bro.
Dyke all the way, you think so?
Didn't you hear about what happened recently with her and Fern?
Is Fern the poodle?
Yeah. Didn't you hear what happened recently?
No, but I think I'm going to. Do tell.
Anyways, they recently, not even joking, I put up an ad in a personal section of a local newspaper. Yeah. And I'm going to that right now. I will read you what it says.
It doesn't say about pina coladas and getting lost in the rain and all that, does it?
No, it does not, my friend. It says, I'm getting that right now. Come CUM, play with Fern and Francine. You have so much fun. You'll come back again and again. I'm Fern, and this is Francine. We are best friends who love to play wild, so come play with Fern and Francine. We play great and have lots of fun together. It's wild, crazy, and totally sexy. You can contact us anytime.
Okay, what's the number for that?
What's the number for that? It is...
Yeah, what's the number for that?
It is 636-925-0197.
Okay, all right, 636-9201 what?
0197.
Okay, all right, all right, I think I know what I'm going to do when I'm done with the variety hour.
What's that?
I'm going to call up Fern and Francine. That sounds pretty hot to me.
There you go. You're here.
I never, and I thought Arthur and Francine were actually, maybe Arthur's going to call them up.
Maybe. But,
maybe Pinky.
the tough customers.
All the tough customers. It's like a gangbang with the tough customers. That's why they're the tough customers. Look out for them in a gangbang.
That's right.
Mm.
But what do you think of, though, the Mr. Ratburn? Do you think he...
I don't like Ratburn. I think that guy is definitely some kind of pervert. Should not be around children.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like Ratburn. He's a jerk.
What do you think of the Tillwell twins?
Which ones are they?
The little twins, friends of VW?
I don't know them too well.
What do you think of Pow? God, how many Arthur discussions I want to have on shows? Like every show I've ever done, and a prank phone call I've discussed Arthur.
How about this one? You ever see the spin-off show with Buster?
Buster's Postcards? Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, that can be entertaining.
Really? It looks kind of stupid.
Well, no, it's educational. And have you heard? I'm not making this up. Did you hear about the episode with like the
one where DW gets raped?
That'd be pretty fucked up because DW is like 5. That'd be a very special episode of Arthur. No, there was a. I'm not making this up.
This week on Arthur, a very special
Arthur. DW deals with childhood rape. I mean, for crying out loud.
All right, continue.
I would blame, by the way, Mr. Ratburn. His name is it.
Yeah, or Fern.
Well, no, speaking of like Fern, supposedly there was an episode of Buster. I'm not making this up, where he went and visited a family, and it was like there was like it was like a lesbian couple.
No,
I'm not making this up.
Oh my goodness.
He was Fern and Francine for all I know, but I'm not making this up. And supposedly it only aired like once or twice before they pulled it.
Wow.
I've never actually seen it, but I've heard of it.
Have you? What do you think of Muffy? We didn't talk about her.
Which one is Muffy again?
The rich bitch.
The rich bitch. Is that the hip one is Fern, right?
Yep.
What kind of animal is Muffy?
She's a sheep, I think. I don't know.
I have to say, to be honest, I haven't seen Arthur in a couple of years, so I don't remember a heck of a lot about Muffy. Although I would probably just say something about who she should do on the show. That Fern and Francine thing is strangely appealing in its own way, you know.
That's right. So you're here. Door Summation Variety Hour exclusive, right?
Yeah, I mean, don't have your kids tune in. Oh, they're going to talk about Arthur on the Internet Radio today. Because it turns out it's Arthur Gone Wild.
That's right. Will you watch Arthur Gone Wild on HBO?
Of course.
Of course.
I would watch that in a second.
Oh, man. What else we got going on in Elwood City? We got...
Is Elwood City where Arthur lives?
Yep.
You know what it's supposed to be? It's supposed to be his Hingham.
Really?
Yeah.
They go to Weymouth. They show you. What kind of animal will you be on the show?
That's a good question. What's the default? Because isn't it usually a rabbit? But I don't want to be a rabbit. Maybe I'd be like a...
I think you would be like a dog.